Hi, yogis, and welcome. I'm Jen CL, and I just got back from a hike with my husband. It was just about 5 miles, and quite a lot of elevation on that hike today. And my hips are feeling a little tight, as are my glutes, my lower back. So I thought I would share with you what I normally do following a run or a hike or other sorts of strenuous activity. It's just a simple 15-minute cool down, and it'll leave you feeling so much better, right? So here we go. I'm gonna jump on my mat. I have my hair up this time. My first video, my hair is in my face because I was doing it live, and my hairband was way over there, so at least my hair is up now. Found a scrunchie in my bathroom. So whatever you've done, when you're done, right wherever you are with your sneakers and everything, like I came home first to do the practice because I was on time constraints. So you could do it right in the parking lot. You could do wherever you are. You could do it when you get home. You can take your shoes off if you want, whatever you need to do. Best to do it pretty much directly after you're done, just so you can, really just complete your whole run and practice and cool down before you get in the car or before you go home. So I'm here. I decided to come home and do it on my mat, but wherever you are. So you're just standing up nice and tall. Just give yourself just a moment just to kind of shrug it out and just be present to your body and how it feels. So for me, in my lower back on this side, okay, is where it sort of like gets jammed. And sometimes the hip flexors feel a little bit tight for me as well. That's where I feel it. If I'm running a long time, I sometimes will feel it in my shoulders. My posture will be really awful, toward the end. And it's all that good stuff right here, right now. So you're going to align yourself, right? You can take your feet a little wider if that feels better, right? It's up to you. You want to feel firmly, just firming down. And if your head does have a tendency to drop forward, and this is your general posture, I want you to zip the belly in and up. And you want to take the shoulders up and down the back. Again, don't let your belly pop open. Your belly button stays in. We're not a turkey, right? We're not a Thanksgiving turkey. And then lifting up through the crown of the head kind of goes back like it's in a headrest, and you're standing nice and tall. But loosen your jaw. Your head can still be loose, right? It doesn't have to be rigidly hanging over your shoulders, right? And your arms are just where they want to be. And once you find that beautiful alignment, Tadasana mountain pose, just let the arms begin to float up as you begin to breathe in, and then exhale through the mouth. I do this about 5 times. Inhale. And with each time, I sort of start to create more of a little bit of a back bend. So I'll go sideways, inhale. I'm going to reach and really lift the chest in the front. Slightly begin to move my hips forward. And as you exhale, come back down. Maybe even bringing the chin to the chest and just relaxing the shoulders. Inhale, breathing through the nose. Now I'm going to push my hips a little bit farther forward. Exhale, back down. 3. Breathing out through the mouth, right? Not too forcefully. Last one. Now, as you reach up here, take the hands behind the head, hold the head into your hands, and just let the head be heavy into the hands. So the neck is happy, right? Elbows are splayed wide, and you're creating nice hollowness in the back space of your heart as you lift through the front body and press the hips forward. One more breath here. And then exhale, come back to center. You're just going to slowly bring your hands behind your back, clasp your hands. So your palms can touch if they can. They don't have to. Mine don't. And again, just stay with the breath. Breathing in through the nose. Out through the mouth. And then now take your feet a little wider here. Outer hip width, right? And then you can take the hands away from the body and just slowly bend the knees and allow the arms to come over the back however far they will go. Move a little side to side if that feels good for you. Let the head be heavy. And slowly bring your hands down. Let them slide down the back of your thighs. Maybe planting your hands on the mat. And if this is really too strenuous, sometimes it is for me, for your lower back, you can bend your knees. and then bring your hands elbow to elbow, okay? And then you could try that. You're gonna feel a nice lengthening of the spine here. That's what I feel when I do this. And it pulls a little bit more sometimes when I'm here. So know where you're at. Slowly begin to sink the hips down and then press into the feet and root back up as you bring the feet back together. Hands to heart. Don't get fancy here with like flow when we're just cooling down. So I like to just get right into it, right? So again, you have a mat, right? So you're just gonna slowly, you can bring your hands to the ground if you like, and just slide your right foot back. So your feet are wide enough like they're on rails, right? And just slowly lift up, bend the back knee. It's just gonna feel beautiful for your right front hip flexor. I love this posture. And the arms can reach up, and if you don't wanna, if your shoulders are feeling tight, you can go to goalpost arms. Again, try not to overarch, keep the belly taut and pulled in. So bending the back knee will help with that. Begin to straighten the back leg if that feels right, pressing your heel back down toward the mat, and you're breathing through these, just like 3 breaths each side. And I'm gonna sweep my arms up on my in-breath, and then spin the back heel down, and come to warrior 2. Maybe you need to go a little wider. You can pulse a couple times here, right? Just feel the inner thigh here stretching. So we were getting the front hip pocket there for a moment. Now we're getting the inner thigh. Relax the shoulders if you need to bend the elbows to relax the shoulders, or even bring your hands behind your back. You can do that. Play. This is your body, all right? I don't know what you just did. So you gotta know what you need. Sometimes reaching our arms up is not what our body needs. Straighten that left leg. Turn your left toes in. Take a nice deep breath in here. You can push the hips forward, maybe look up and back, and then you're gonna hinge forward. And again, we're reaching for the ground, for the floor, whatever. If it's not available to you, I get it. I'm uptight. My hamstrings scream at me all day long. Bring your hands to your shins if need be, right? But do try to let your head dangle here again. When your head's below your heart, you're in an inversion. So bring the breath to your brain. Imagine that's exactly where your breath is going, and get all that mind shit out of there, right? Mental floss, folks, right? Okay. Slowly begin to rise, and then turn your right toes to the right. Now we're gonna do the other side. So again, bend. You should be a nice length here already from the other side, but feel free to pulse a couple of times. And then come into warrior 2. So again, arms wide, but they're not super rigid, right? Because we want to relax our shoulders here. You can look over your fingertips. You can look over your back, fingertips. You can look neutral. Again, pull the belly, belly taut. Feel the inner thigh, the left side. Yeah. So we're getting the front of the hips, the inner thighs, right? Which is still, they're all connected here, folks. And we're going to move to the outer hips, right? And our glutes in a little bit. And again, slowly straighten and turn your toes forward. And I'm just gonna have you kick your heels in just for 3 breaths. Come into goddess pose. So bend the knees are over the ankles. Again, inner thigh stretch. Add the arms if you'd like. Maybe even bringing the hands. This is what I like to do. I like to pulse here. So I'll open and then close. And this is straight. Feel the back muscles, like the back of your shoulders just rounding and just spreading apart, and then you pull it back and you kind of squeeze them together. So you're really doing some shoulder work here too. Take one more breath and then push and release. Shrug the shoulders. So really, let's come back actually to this side. And instead of stepping back, we're just going to come into a nice little hip flexor stretch on this side. So go wide. Ooh. I always forget I got to do the same thing on this side, right? So come back into that bent knee stretch here. Feel the left hip flexor really opening up. Be buoyant, right? We don't want to just dump into something. Add the arms if you'd like. Maybe they go behind you because that feels good today. Or they can even go in front of you. You can push them forward. So what do you need? What do you need? Maybe begin to press the left thigh back and push into the back heel. So feel also what you're doing for your feet right now. You're stretching that back foot. You're stretching the bottom of your foot. If you've got shoes on, this might be a little bit more difficult. You might not be able to feel the stretch as much, but all right, inhale. And lean forward and just step forward to the top of the other side of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in and hinge forward. Halfway lift and fold and stand. Hands to heart. Back to center. Let me just check my time for you guys here. Hold on a minute. Okay. 5 more minutes. That's it. Already feeling better, right? Let's take the right arm up. Side body stretch. This feels amazing, amazing, amazing. So I'm looking neutral. My bicep is like glued to my ear. You could stay like this. Push both feet firmly down into the mat, and then, or you can look down. I actually like to cup my head and look up. I feel like I get longer here, and I can almost feel like I'm breathing into my rib cage. Yeah, and my right lung. I love the idea of just breathing into one lung. You're not able to do that, but I mean, imagine. Woo. Left arm up. So I get to stretch while also teaching you, right? But this is something I would do anyway, so why not share it? And I have a tendency to grip with my toes, so don't do that. And looking up, looking down, if that's what you prefer. Oh, feel it. Okay, left lung, get there, breathe in one more time. Stick, unstuck, all that stuff, and then come back. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just kind of wiggling around a little bit. Okay, we're gonna do a standing balancing pigeon pose. I'm not sure which way will be better for me to do this for you, but stand into your left leg. And this is really good. What I want you not to do is do that. Don't stick the hip out. You're gonna push it in. So squeeze your left glute. You can poke it if you need to. And we're gonna gently bend the knee. And we're gonna lift that right foot up, and we're gonna take it and plant it and cross it over the left knee. Sink down as much as you can. Now, I happen to have a wall behind me, so if you have your car, if you need to lean up against your car, you can go ahead and do that. Now, I'm gonna ask that you place your right hand on your right knee, and it's gonna get right out here, guys. Let me see if I can do this. Ooh. Okay, so see, I'm kind of crisscross here, pushing it down, and I'm getting into this outer hip area like I would be doing pigeon on the ground. So again, if you need to hold the wall or car, whatever, person, no people, we can't touch people now, right? You can go a little deeper if you'd like, and we can do all sorts of fun things with this, but we're not going to do it here today, so you'll have to join me in another class for that tutorial. Slowly come back up, and just step the foot back just again for a moment. And just let that hip flexor relax. Step back forward. Then do the other side. So step into your right foot. Engage your right glute. Bend the right knee, left leg, ankle goes up and over, and use that left hand down. You can see here, I can't get my knee down by itself. So I sort of have to grab my ankle and push it down. Sink, as you sink deeper, it's gonna get into that pocket right there, man. I'm continuing to breathe as I talk. I have to breathe while I'm talking and doing the practice. So you guys are just responsible for breathing in and out. Now we usually breathe to prepare into a pose, and we exhale to deepen into it. So I'm gonna inhale and lift out of it right now. And again, I'm gonna step back just to loosen it one more time. Good. And then one more big breath in. Inhale. Maybe get the back bend in and exhale, fold all the way. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise to stand. And then thank yourself for doing whatever it was you did, and for taking a few minutes for extra self-care to just keep the body back in balance, right? Thanks for joining me today, guys. Namaste, and have a beautiful whatever. And I don't know how to start recording. There we go.